Okay, we will call the meeting of the July 22nd, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission to order at 6 p.m. Can we have a roll call?
Marmon, Ritchie, Ferris,
Here.
Werdeman,
Here.
Darling,
Here.
Stecker,
Here.
Weiss, Nate, Piper.
Here.
All right, and then the next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda for the July 22nd, 2025 meeting.
Move approval.
My second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, agenda is approved. Next is the approval of the minutes from the last meeting, which took place on June 10th, 2025.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Next on the agenda is public comment. I see no one from the public here. Is there anyone online?
We're not online.
Oh, we're not online tonight.
Well, we're on for YouTube, but we don't have.
No
Teams.
one's called in. Okay, so we just move on?
Move on.
All right, we will move on to new business. Our item on the agenda for new business is the approval of a site plan for Pickard Commerce Park, Plat 1, lots 4 and 5.
Thank you. So the owner and applicant in this case is iTown Investment Group LLC, represented by Jason Ledden with Snyder & Associates. The applicant is requesting approval of a site plan for a industrial style development in the newly approved Pickard Commerce Park, Plat 1. It will occupy lots 4 and 5. It's located south of Highway 92, east of South 15th Street. Together, these two lots make about 2.40 acres. Its address is 404 South 21st Street. It's there outlined in red on the screen. This parcel is zoned M2, along with the ones around it. So if you remember, the north 4 lots are C2, the bottom 8 lots are M2. They're proposing like a kind of a warehouse, contractor warehouse style facility. There's going to be 3 buildings, 2 of them with 6, you call them units, and then one of them with 4 units. 2 of those buildings will be 60 by 180, and then 1 unit will be 60 by 120. So 2 buildings will be 10,800 square feet in area, and then 1 will be 7,200 square feet in area. Those buildings will be about 23 feet high, and then these lots will be tied together with a lot tie agreement that'll go through with council and then get recorded. Makes it a little bit easier than doing another final plat to combine the 2 lots. Access into the site will be from South 21st Street, so you'll come in off of South 20th Street, turn east onto Pickard Way, and then turn south onto South 21st Street. We'll have 2 driveways to access the property. A 5-foot sidewalk will be installed along the entire length of both parcels, as well as it'll have 3 pedestrian accesses from the public way into the site. 16 parking spaces are required, and they're providing 23, including 1 accessible space. They're treating each unit as its own employee. So the way the code reads, 1 space per 10,000 square feet of gross floor area, or 1 per employee at max shift. So they're just utilizing that second one to provide more parking. So each unit has its own parking space for whoever will rent it. So the parking requirements have been met. So the sidewalks have all been met. A traffic generation memo will be provided prior to the council meeting. The site will be serviced with all public utilities which have been installed already as part of the plat improvements. Stormwater detention will occur at the south end of the site with that basin. It's the outlet at the southwest corner of the site.
Where is that? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Down there. Okay, thank you.
All the stormwater infrastructure is in place to allow that stormwater to go into intakes and then ultimately down to that basin. Minimum of 15% of the project area is required to be open space, and they're providing 47.7. There's also part of a landscape buffer in this particular parcel, so the landscape plan meets our ordinance. These are what the elevations look like. White ribbed metal wall panels, dark metal wainscot panels, stone veneer, masonry, and windows. The elevations do comply with our ordinance regarding industrial buildings in the N2 district. Staff recommends approval of the site plan for Pickard Commerce Park Plat 1, lots 4 and 5, subject to remaining staff comments. Happy to take any questions.
I assume a lot of the architectural requirements don't apply to this since they're in M2.
Yeah, it's just the minimum of 2 class 1, 2, or 3 materials. So just the metal wall panels and windows meet that requirement. And then these are the sides that will be facing the public way. So it's not, it's 2 styles of metal and stone veneer, and then the windows. Pretty minimalistic, but it meets the ordinance.
I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter that much if it's 22 or 23 spaces, but just looking for clarification.
Okay.
The comment said 23, but the notes on the site plan said 22 and I counted 22.
Then maybe I miscounted.
Okay, I was wondering if I missed one. Really, the bigger reason for me asking that question is there do they share what they intend the use for? And the reason I ask that is that I just question the 1 person per bay. And I would have a concern that there would be sufficient parking if you ended up with 2 people per bay. Like if you've got 1 person working in an office and 1 person checking in a truck,
Sure.
you might run into parking issues.
So alternatively, if you went the 1 per 10,000, you'd have 2
You
required
have fewer,
spaces.
right. So my question was really because it was 1 per 10,000 or max
One max per employee.
employees per shift?
There
Like how
probably-
did they decide that?
There probably won't be any full-time employees.
Okay,
So I think the idea is to rent out each of these units. It's Lee Adams' building, so I mean, he's got his own office. I don't think there'll be any full-time employee or there won't be any office space here. It's just each unit will be, an artist or, a woodworking or however. So
okay. The layout made me think it was some sort of like transportation setup, like a cross-loading facility or something.
No.
And that's why I was like, well, aren't there gonna be more staff than that?
No, just contractor warehouses, basically. You can go in and
Okay,
do your own, you can rent it out as a hobby space, or you can do, small construction business, I don't know, small, I don't want to say construction businesses, but,
it's more like sole proprietor type situation.
all right.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. 'Cause, yeah, like I said, as I was looking at it, that had it just been bays, I would have assumed a warehousing. But then with the office entrance, I thought, what on earth would that be that you would be pretty assured that you wouldn't have more than 1 person per
Right.
bay working all at the same time? So that makes sense.
And it's a public street too, so there will be the potential for some on-street parking if it were to get overflowed, but
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
you're welcome.
Does Al have any more questions?
I was just looking at trying to read this incredibly small print on what trees and shrubs are gonna be out there. Even with the bottom lens of my trifocal. I can read them, thank you.
Good job.
No, it looks like they've got a lot of trees and shrubs planned,
They definitely do, yeah.
and they're not planning, thank goodness, they're not planning on planting all the same things so that they all die at the same time.
Right.
Would anyone like to make a motion or are there other questions?
I move that we recommend approval to the city council.
I'll second that.
Tara?
Ferris,
Aye.
Rudiman,
Aye.
Darling,
Aye.
Stecker,
Yes.
and Piper.
Yes.
On to comments.
I don't have much. The other 2 site plans in this development went through council last night, as well as the final plat did, so these are the first and submitted and approved, so we don't have any plans right now for any of the other 12 minus 3 is 9 lots in there, so not much else.
I would make one comment about this project. It has been an education to some folks about how deep sewer lines are sometimes in this community. Because they said, you know, you go by that hole and all you could see was the very arm of the backhoe sticking up out of it.
I haven't been back there yet.
Yeah, they were deep. Wow.
All right, I guess, can we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
we're adjourned.
Cool.
10 minutes.